Hey there, this is Marisa with Marisa Moments podcast, Healing While I Heal, where I share my real life stories in their healing translations. So let's just get straight into it. Spirit brought back into my awareness because a lot of these stories, mind you, I do not think about quite often, right? But anyway, Spirit brought into my awareness the notion of being blocked, right? And I'm talking about social media in this instance because I can recall, well, at least one of the first times I was ever blocked on someone's social media. I mean, it's happened, right? It's happened to the best of us and to the worst of us, however you want to perceive yourself and label yourself, right? But anywho, I can recall this, it was a pretty big page on Instagram, and the person had posted something involving skates. But it was like healing at the same time. Like, I have no idea what the specific post was. But I do recall that I responded. I made a comment and I said something about skates. And to me, it was funny, right? I thought I was being humorous. I thought I was being a jokester and kind of using humor as my favorite coping mechanism, as I always have done in the past. And so no sooner did I post it or the comment, was I blocked? And I was like, hold on a second. There's got to be a mistake here, right? So I can recall, I was like, where'd my comment go? I just didn't see it anymore. So I went back and, do you know, I'm so bold. This is how bold I am, guys. I went back and tried to put the comment up again. And then I couldn't find the page, right? I was like, wait, where'd the page go? So then I did a search and I was like, yo, where'd it go? And then I remembered that in the past, I had like a DM with the person who owned the page, right? So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just send him a quick message because something's got to be wrong here, right? And when I went to send a message, it was like, yeah, no, you cannot send a message to this person. And that's when it all clicked. And I was like, wow, I legit just got blocked from this page. And I definitely felt some type of way because I was like, this is a healing page. Why would they block me? And I felt like the victim in it. I felt angry. I felt all of these things. And it took me quite a while, actually, to realize that that was okay, right? Like, maybe, you know, I was in the wrong in that circumstance. Again, mind you, I cannot recall exactly what I said, what the post was about, or anything like that. I know I was not trying to be malicious or any other thing that could come off as derogatory, but that's not even the point, right? If somebody is offended, we need to understand that perception creates reality, right? So in that instance, I had stepped over some proverbial line, whether I knew it or not, but I was about to find out, right? Anyway, I don't even want to talk specifically about that person or that incident. That's just kind of a segue, right? What I want to talk about is the fact that for the longest time, I didn't even feel comfortable or confident enough to block anyone. Like, how dare I block someone, right? I need to entertain essentially anyone and everyone that actually took the time to comment, make their presence known, or any of those types of things, right? And now, fast forward, let me tell you, I will block someone in a heartbeat, right? And it's not even about like being catty or being any type of way, right? It's about protecting my peace, because what Spirit kind of brings into my understanding and awareness is that I'm entitled to peace, right? That is one of my divine entitlements. And let alone having positive mental health, not allowing someone to essentially break me down, right? Not opening the door up and say, please abuse me, right? So all of that to say this, the translation was already hidden in the context of what I just said. But if I need to be more blunt, is we are allowed to protect our peace. Whether someone is being intentional or unintentional in their delivery of something that brings harm to us. Now, in the instance or situation or circumstance of social media, we may not have the opportunity to have that one-on-one conversation of clarity, right? To say, you know what, that comment really offends me. So either one, you take it down and don't come at me with that type of thing again, or two, you know and understand that you're no longer going to have access to me. So when it comes to social media, what I receive is, heck yeah, block them. Just block them. And when it comes to extended family members or friends or anyone in your realm of existence, of course, yes, have that conversation when applicable, but do not be afraid to block them. Now, know, understand, and believe that you will be judged for that blocking. Right? Heck yeah, people on the outside looking in, they're always going to judge you because people love to judge. That's just kind of how we've been programmed and built. But that doesn't matter. What does matter is your mental health, your peace, your peace of mind, right? Because when it comes to me personally speaking, because I am sharing my real life stories, I've been to the bottom of the bottom, the depth of the depth, right? Where I've allowed other people to have such an influence on me and an impact on me. And I'm not placing blame or shame, but this is how I've allowed people to enter my realm of existence, where it turned tables and I felt like I was the biggest burden and no longer wanted to exist. So when you've gone down to that pit of despair and sorrow, you're kind of ready, willing, and able to do whatever you need to do to stay out of it again. And if that includes blocking someone, then block away. I mean, present company included, right? I do not take offense to someone blocking me at this point. I almost say good for you, because if we are not good for someone else, if we should not be in their realm of existence anymore, then that person blocking me clears me up to go into a space that is good for me, as well as it clears them up to go into a space and be in the presence of others that are good for them, right? So it's a two-way street. But the bottom line to this bottom line again is don't be afraid to block, because sometimes it's just necessary. And that's it. So if this message resonates, then that means it's for you. And if not, that's cool too. Just keep it pushing. Either way, I thank you for listening, and I wish you the very, very best day ever. Until next time, you know the vibes. Peace. And by the way, don't forget to check me out and follow, subscribe, all those good things, comments, like, heart, love, whatever, me on social media. I'm basically everywhere you probably shouldn't be, but are anyway, right? Because we're all there. But don't forget, when you look me up, don't forget that I am Marisa Moments, and that is Marisa with one S, not two, because there is only one me. I'll, of course, include all the links in the description, and should spirit move you, or if any of these messages resonate, please consider contributing to the cause. Keep in mind that I do not charge for any of my services. I run basically on pay what you can or tips, right? So if anything resonates with you, think about contributing. You could help in the expansion and the maintenance of the mission. And that's it for now. So until next time, happy healing.